Get the channel vibes with the morning routine. Got Aiden up here, chefing up like he typically does. Whipping. T-Bot with the stretching. I'm about to join up. Sipping on the morning coffee, of course. Getting our day going. Of course, this is outside of work stuff, but welcome to the morning routine. Happy Tuesday. Of course, we got DB in the house. He's getting after it. He's staying with us for the month or the next duration of time. We're happy about it, aren't we, Talbot? What are we doing today, Drew?
Just doing some stretches.
What else? What's after stretches?
I'm showered and head up to Elton to do some labeling today.
Yeah, you probably do some more labeling of some Pure Shenandoah product. He's been getting faster and faster at that. Have you been enjoying it?
Yes, I love it. It's been a really fun job.
Well, heck yeah. Well, we appreciate your help on it and glad to have you around. Also, we got a basketball game tonight at 8 p.m. So it's a must win. So we're also getting stretched and ready for that. But we might post a little bit about that. But enjoy the content. We're going to do it. I'm going to show my face this video. That's why I can't have nice things, really. Always getting dirty, moving something, doing something. So got that knocked out. Last one was the heaviest one, of course, so that was fun. I'm gonna do the old school, flip it around like old man. I'm gonna grab these pallets and just load them up too. No sense in having them linger, dirtying up the town. So gotta get those knocked out, load it up, catch my breath, grab my lunch, grab my book bag, and head down to the other facility. Catch you there. Yep, gotta love one of these numbers, and cool. I'll take a quick second to mention that we'll be getting a new garage door in here like this week, I think. And then, I mean, you can tell this part of the building isn't brick. It's in two sections. The building behind Abner was built like way earlier, and then this section after and later. So you got cinder on this wall. Anyways, storage back there. We are going to finally kind of dial that in. We've been doing slow steps at getting this building all the way dialed in. So we're about to start the next step, which will be fun. We'll tune you guys in for some of those projects. A lot of them will be hemp based and how we'll be using some of the raw materials that we produce at the other facility into this renovation. So check it out. Quick little survey project. Kind of get an idea of how we might want to lay out this year's grow. So we got the cultivation boys down here. We're about to do a little bit of staking, just get an idea. There's about an acre that we want to grow, around 500 to 1,000 plants, kind of the idea. So we're gonna figure out what that might look like. Near a spigot, and we're gonna get all this stuff cleaned up again, but near a spigot's like right over there. So easy irrigation, poly, header tube kind of dropped over here, or a couple different ways that we can do some cool things. So kind of got to figure out and discern what we want to do there. But again, another little side project as we get ready for cultivation season. We have a meeting with a genetic provider, so we kind of want to get an idea of what seeds we might need and how many. So that's what we're doing today, real quick. Thanks for tuning in. Oh yeah, we're gonna take soil samples as well. So a little soil sample tool makes it easy. Grab some plugs, probably take about half dozen little samples to send out, homogenize, get an idea of what's available here in the soil. Hopefully some good news. But regardless, we're gonna kind of do a mix of that burn pile, which will be that potash, plus a bunch of our carbon coming from, just a hemp byproduct from the stalks, as well as, we got some post extract that I moved in those black bags we're gonna add. And we have to do an analysis on there. I think we have one in our email somewhere, but hopefully it's some nitrogen and we get a good little mix and are able to kind of spread it out all in this field, level it out, clean up the rock, get that burn pile taken care of, clean up the yard. Because we don't like a trashy farm, no one does. We're leasing, so want to make sure that everything's taken care of and dialed in, and that we are the best tenants that we can be. So cheers. Well, that's kind of a cool shot. Power lines for days. All right, well, I get pretty good holding camera in one hand and doing some other stuff. So I got the soil samples as the boys are finishing up measuring the field, the proposed field. Still, you know, not too shabby looking. The reason we're even thinking about growing here is because we already rent here and we kind of want to focus and have more time and close proximity to our grow. And so even if it takes a little bit of work, like you can see, there's a lot of these rocks. The soil sample will tell us something, but you know, it's just a little bit of soil sampled to tell us what the whole field has, which is not always the best, you know, like representation. I did zigzag, grab a bunch, so it'll be pretty accurate, but again, it's a lot of soil for a little sample. All right, well, here we are in the office of our fiber facility, and we just had a cultivation meeting, talked to a seed provider. Actually, he missed out on the meeting, but we still got some good work done. My doodles to kind of figure out a few things of how we're gonna set up our plant counts and what seeds we'll need. So, I don't know if you guys can see this, but bubble gum will need about 250 seeds, ultra pink 250 seeds. We need a new CBG variety for our outdoor plot, uplifting in category hopefully, and then lifter, Hawaiian, haze, and cakeberry. You guys can use your eyes to see how much we need of those. So that's good, we're ahead on that. That's not a final seed order, but we made some good progress on that, and we're darn excited to get into cultivation. You know, we're gonna do more fiber processing early on, and we'll get these plans initiated soon, but a little behind the scenes action and cultivation planning for you guys. So yeah, enjoy. All right, next step, empty this truck out, get the pallets, get the biomass out of there. We'll save the good pallets, we'll add the bad ones to the burn pile. We will put the post extract into the burn pile, and we'll finish out. Then we'll get into processing. So a little quick mission on getting these things out and cleaned up, and then on to the next thing. Realized in the last video I didn't show you what's inside these super sacks, as far as like some of our premium herd. This just looks real nice. Bedding, building, types of uses. So just to recap on that, we're kind of fixing a screen on one of, or not kind of, we are fixing a screen on one of the shaker table layers. So quick little intro of what we're about to do. Shaker table again with this little device. Go through the rest of this super sack, and some of these guys, it'll be Ben, Daniel, and I. So we'll be able to tackle it. Again, I don't have a tripod yet, but we'll start to be able to get some of that content going, some befores and after. I can't really catch the dust in the video, but that's what we were just doing, blowing off. Let's see if I can't get the sun to kind of show some bit. Oh, there it is. So we wear full respirators when we're working in here to keep our lungs clean. So in reflection, we're gonna be done for the day down here at fiber processing. I'll tap into a few other projects for the day down at Pure Shenandoah, at that office, and then our basketball game. But in review of my last video, I realized I talk fast, so I'm gonna do my best to be present, speak slowly and clearly for you guys. You know, don't try to take it for granted, but I'm down here every single day, so I forget that you guys might not know some of the words that I'm saying or some of the pieces of equipment, like that piece is an air classifier, and that is a straw walker, and behind that bag is a decorticator. But like I said, I'll continue to highlight some of those things, and you know, I want to be educational with these style videos, so going over these things and saying them multiple times doesn't hurt. So also please leave some questions or feedback in the comments, or just text me, call me, whatever, if you want to catch up. I'm sure it's close family and friends that are watching these videos at this point. Might even have to change the YouTube name because it's a hard time with all the different Farmer Jacobs out there finding the video. So we'll continue to discern how the channel goes. I'll give you guys some behind the scenes. I might even get some clips at the basketball game later. We'll see what that looks like. But yeah, if you made it to this point, thanks for staying tuned. We'll tap into the next part of our day. All right, tapping in from my brother Tanner's office here at the Pure Shenandoah facility. He's got a dope little office. These boys are getting some packaging, labeling, and some fulfillment orders out. I was taking the time to print and make some physical copies of kind of what we did today. What do I talk about first? I'll talk about this. So here's our potential, well, we do raised beds in our greenhouses. I should start there. And so in our greenhouse 1, we have the potential to do about 144 plants per row. And in the past, we've done a lot of trials, but this year we're honing in and locking on some heavy producers. So you can see Hawaiian Haze, Cakeberry Brulee, and Ultra Pink are scheduled to be in greenhouse 1. Unfortunately, the printer didn't print all the way right. These should be green, indicating that these are our stabilizing varieties. So we have 1 relaxing and 2 stabilizing in greenhouse 1. And like I mentioned, about 144 plants total in each of these rows. Then you move into greenhouse 2. We got bubblegum. That's one that we trialed last year, a relaxing variety. You can see we need a new CBG variety coming down here in the middle of our greenhouse 2. We're gonna be bringing in Lifter and the Grand, the famous the Grand. The Grand is one of our OG varieties. We've grown that the longest here in Virginia, as far as like in the hemp program. We've grown it every single year we've been part. These other ones have been new varieties for us. Lifter's been a one that a lot of growers in not only Virginia, but a lot of the states have grown. That's a good producer. So we're excited to have that one as our uplifting variety and also a new CBG variety. So we also have like some bigger pots in our outdoor greenhouse. So these kind of are indicated just in like a spreadsheet, Excel. Shout out Ben for putting this together. We'll keep taking steps to making this clear, but it helps us at this point. So we get Lifter in our outdoor greenhouse, 45-gallon pots on pallets, irrigated. Those typically do pretty good for us. We're excited for them. Of course, they're exposed to the elements, not quite like the greenhouses, but needless to say, we try to figure out which varieties work well out in those conditions. The Grand always does well for us outdoors, so we're putting those as our workhorse out in our outdoor greenhouse section. And then Ultra Pink, that was a trial that we did last year and really enjoyed it. So we're giving it a run for an outdoor trial in those big 45-gallon pots. Excited about that. Last but not least, we are doing an outdoor biomass plot, about an acre. Here's kind of the breakdown. We're trying to fit 26 rows in there, 60 plants per row, hitting about 1,560 plants. A breakdown of CBD, CBG, and even some CBDV. And so that's pretty exciting. We talked to Abner and the extraction team. They want us to produce more CBD than CBG. And so that's kind of what we have on the docket. Lifter isn't the right color. That's supposed to be our uplifting CBD outdoor provider for biomass and extraction, as well as the Grand. That's gonna be the relaxing category that goes into our bulk CBD oils and doing some cool things there. And then we also have the CBG varieties. We already have one planned, which is one that we've grown in the past, outdoor producer, Glacier, which is good. And then we need one more, one more for that new CBG variety. So a lot of words there, and we had some good meetings, but kind of good to sniff some of this stuff out and get a good farm plan in place. Also the soils we took earlier, not wasting any time, just gonna go ahead and get these soil samples sent out to Waypoint Analytical. They have facilities all throughout. This one's going to Richmond. Kind of crazy. We're usually sending out a bunch of samples this year. We're limiting our farm production and focusing on CBD production and some industrial plots, but not quite as much as we've done in the past. So a lot less reporting makes it easier to send stuff out, which I'm grateful for.